All right, so pretty pumped about being the opening day starter. I know there's a lot of anticipation for this season. You get to throw the first pitch.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. The coaches have, faith in me to lead the season off, and I'm sure to see what this team can do this year, see what we're all about.
John is other players and John obviously all have big expectations for this season. I think Adam Frazier told me recently this year's different, the mentality. Before you thought maybe you could upset some teams. Now you feel like you can actually legitimately compete for Omaha.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams are going to be looking at us as the big guys, and, we're just going to have to play every game hard like we always do, and, don't take anybody light because everybody's going to be good in this league.
Your experience last year, I think you threw 27, 28 innings, got to start against LSU in the tournament. How much did that prepare you, not having to, as a freshman, able to kind of just do, they could bring you along at your own pace, I guess?
Oh, yeah, Coach Thompson and Coach Cohen had a plan for me, and they really didn't rush me into it and brought me in, in a good situation. And pitching in the tournament was just a pretty great experience for me, and, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Tuck me back to the LSU start in Hoover. Like, obviously they're throwing you out there just to see what you got and give up 2 in the first, and we have a conversation with Bush in the dugout. Kind of just walk me through that.
Oh, the conversation you're talking about?
Yeah, the whole day. Like, first of all, you get told you're starting.
Okay.
I haven't understood that, like, especially in that kind of a scenario, you're like, you're starting tomorrow. Oh, okay. Like, it's one of those kind of deals.
Yeah, it was actually the week before I pitched a pretty good game against Kentucky.
Yeah. So
supposedly they didn't do good against a lefty or something. So they they texted me in the morning.
Right.
So that morning I didn't even know that night. So I wake up, had like a whole bunch of missed calls like 5 o'clock in the morning. I wake up for breakfast and they're like, "Hey, you're starting." And I'm like, "All right, sounds good." I'm from the coast, so growing up, everybody liked LSU.
Right.
That was a school to go to, so it was just kind of like, I was kind of in shock. I was like, "Oh, I'm starting against LSU." It's pretty awesome. It was a great feeling. And then, I had a rough first inning. I was pretty nervous. That's probably the most people I've pitched in front of ever.
Right.
And, after that first inning, I talked to Coach Thompson, and he was just like, you got good stuff, have confidence in your slider, throw it with conviction. And after that, I kind of settled down and, pitched pretty good. So, and that kind of led me on to seeing what starting is in the SEC. And, I ended up starting a game in the regional also.
Did you have an indication, just maybe you weren't even told anything, but did you have it in your mind that this preseason you could go out and earn a rotation spot for a weekend?
Well, me and Coach Thompson and Coach Cohen, we talked about me possibly being a starter because I was a reliever most of the year last year, and they said, just keep working and we're gonna see what happens. And it's always been my dream to start on Friday night, so at a big time school, and Mississippi State's one of them schools. So I'm just excited and ready to go.
John was telling me earlier, but one of the things you do so well is when you're pitching, the spin on the ball may change from pitch to pitch, and you're able to throw just a different variety of pitches to batters, different speeds. Makes you hard to read. Is that just something you've always kind of been good at, because it just kind of come natural, I guess?
And just over the years, you just kind of pick up things talking to different guys. I learned a lot from Brad Coyle last year.
Yeah.
He was one of the coaches on the team, and just all the ball players I played with this summer and just things like that. I thought a 4-seam and a 2-seam, and they're different pitches, and it works. It really gets hitters off balance, and
yeah.
My slider's a hard pitch to hit, and I changed speeds on that a little too.